Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 13 of the February Daily Draws. It's Friday the 13th, so make of that what you will. And so as we approach the weekend, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Gilded Royale, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. Page of Swords. So, Page of Swords could be an important information coming to us, some communication from someone, a letter, an email, a text, a voice message, or a phone call, some type of communication. There's so many these days. It could be all number of things. So some important information and communication that we need to know about, that we need to respond to, maybe, that's coming. Or it could be simply something that we could be doing some research. We could be gaining some information ourselves by researching something. Maybe we need to discover something, some information about something that we're working on, and we need some information to inform us so that we can have some working knowledge of what we're dealing with and perhaps formulate an appropriate plan of action. Once we've gained that knowledge, maybe we don't know enough about it yet to fully develop the plan, the idea, or to respond to what we need to do until we found out a bit more about the subject matter, about what the situation entails, and what we might have to do, what might be required as a response, depending on the situation, of course. But once we find out all the relevant information, then we may be able to formulate a proper response and to take the appropriate action. So that could be something that we're doing too. So we're gaining information. Either we're gaining some form of communication from externally, from somewhere else, from someone else that we need to know about and respond to, or we're seeking the information out ourselves. We're initiating the discovery of the information by research, by reading up on something, by going online, talking to relevant people, gaining some knowledge about something that we're dealing with or need to work on, and we need some information in order to do that effectively. So there's that information aspect to it, this knowledge, gaining of knowledge and information from our own initiative or from someone else that communicates with us. So I think that's a very big important part of what this card is about. It could also be that, yes, we've got an idea, but we need to explore it. We need to look into it, do the research, going back to the research again, but also maybe play with it a little, do some brainstorming with it. Maybe we've had the concept of an idea of something that we might want to do or look into, but it's only a very small seed of an idea. We may not have fully formed exactly what it is we want to do, but we've got a sort of the beginnings of an idea of something. And so we want to explore that and the potential of that and what kind of thing it could actually become if we took it further. So a bit of brainstorming, a bit of, sort of writing some notes out, and, why does this particular beginnings of a concept, why does it strike me? Why is it come into my mind? Why is it, what is it about this thing that that makes me think that it's worth exploring. Why do I respond to it the way I'm responding to it? Why do I think this could fit in? Asking questions, seeking answers, seeking knowledge. So we're seeking knowledge is and information, and developing an idea, seeing where it could go, how it could be developed. It could go into various directions. We're not sure which one we want to take it, but let's explore each one and see which one stands out to us the most about the way we want to go, which does, I think, follow on from a little bit from yesterday's Two of Swords, doesn't it? Because that's about making a choice, a decision about the next stage. And I said that part where yesterday we were talking with the Two of Swords, we were talking about sometimes we have to work things through in our minds, but also go with our gut as well. Let our gut inform us too, so they can go hand in hand. It's not an either or, our mind or our gut feeling. It can be a combination of the two. That's what we were saying yesterday about the Two of Swords, about deciding which way to go next. But we may not yet, with this concept, this idea that we've had, or this information that we have, we may not know yet the next step of what to do with it. We may not even have the choices until we do explore it, of different possibilities where this could lead. And then when we have those different avenues of possibilities, then it's choosing between them. And that's where the decision making, the choice making of the Two of Swords may come into play. But we need the relevant information about each of the possible options first. So this is the information gathering phase. So in order to make that decision, we may need more information. Then we can assess it with our mind and with our gut feeling as to how we want to pursue it from there on in. So, but we need the information first. So an important part of that is gather every bit of information that you can get and you feel that you might need, and maybe a few bits that you may come across some bits of information you didn't realize you needed, but you think that might be useful. You may not use it, but maybe it's good to have a little bit too information sometimes, as long as it doesn't go overboard and you get overwhelmed by it, because too much information, the Page of Swords is someone who's at the beginning stage and perhaps cannot, he likes it to the point and simple, the necessary bits of information. Yes, he can develop it further if he requires, but he at least needs to have a good understanding of the basics at least. So let's not overpower ourselves or go, beyond our limits of understanding. But there may be parts of bits of information that we might not think, well, do I need that? Make a note of it. Make a note of it just in case you need it. You can always discard it later if it doesn't fit in anywhere, but at least you have it. Or keep it, shelve it somewhere, put it away somewhere, because you may not need it now, but it may become relevant in the future. That's the other aspect of it as well. But this is the information. It's important to gather as much information that you can handle, that's relevant to what you're wanting to know about, that's relevant to the kinds of actions you might want to take with it. There'll be aspects that aren't relevant to you because you definitely don't intend to go down that direction, so you can leave those parts. But the bits that do, you take on board and you explore them, and then you sit with it and you think through which is the best one for you and how you can develop it for yourself. And that's what I believe that this Page of Swords is asking us perhaps to do with something. But it's about receiving and gathering information is the key words for this today. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Into Woodlands. We've had this before, and this is Finding the Path. And I'm not sure that this card is actually about that. But This is about self-compassion at the bottom here. Take time to honor what you feel. So don't discard your feelings in the process that you're gathering and assessing this information. Going back to the Two of Swords, don't discard your feelings. Honor your feelings, as well as thinking it through with your mind. Honor your feelings in the matter as well. How you feel about it is important too. Self-compassion is the healing balm of your desire. So have some compassion on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself with the information gathering. But the thing I like about this card, and what I always see when I get this card, and this is about the third time I pulled this card this month, is this clear path, and the moon's actually in between. You can see the moon in between the trees. It's similar to the moon card, where you've got trees on this side, trees on that side. You've got the two pillars, and you've got the owl here to give you a bit of wisdom in your decision making. But you've got a path through where you need to go. It's going to reveal to the information will help you determine the clear path forward for you, and that's what this is all about. This is determining the clear path forward, but you may need to gather some information. You need some extra information in order to do that properly, and that is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 14. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.